What's that?
No.
What's that?
I don't know.
I think you're the newest face that I've seen. What's your name?
Emma.
Emma. I'm Reid. Nice to meet you. What brought you to Toastmasters?
Well, Minnie's been, and James have been kind of pushing me to come for quite a while now, and just a lot of work stuff coming up, a lot of speeches and presentations. We'll get there.
Join me up here, please. Take a nice deep breath. So they bothered you to come here, but why did you decide to actually come?
Well, I've got a big presentation coming up in February, yeah, so that's kind of spearheading the whole thing, pushing me to kind of get out here and get comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? So.
Like it feels now.
Yeah, sure.
So let's help you kick some ass.
Not so bad so far, yeah.
Presentation at work.
Mm-hmm.
This is mostly why people show up.
Yeah.
Are you going to be presenting to peers and or management?
Yeah, mostly like state representatives, because I work for the state, and other FDA members and that sort of thing, so I know what I'm doing.
Is your job open right now, or are you furloughed?
I am open right now, but a lot of the people I work with are not, so it's gonna be interesting if this meeting even happens, so this presentation even happens.
Awesome. Well, let me run you through something right now as you
Okay.
stand here. Let me have you stand in the center here. So here in Toastmasters, in this club, it's great to be able to stand back here and suffer whatever your body is experiencing right now.
Yeah.
Where are you feeling it physically?
I feel it kind of more here, like pressure on my chest and like stomach,
Right.
little butterflies,
Excellent.
nervousness, kind of a lot of energy, that kind of thing, you know.
You know what that means?
Fight or flight.
It means you're alive.
Right.
Now let's practice a technique that has always worked for me.
Okay.
Inhale. Hold it. Hold it. Exhale. Inhale. Hold it. Hold it. Exhale. Nice and purposely exhale. You want to feel a little lightheaded. Inhale again. Do you feel a little lightheaded maybe in your arms or your head or your throat or
Yeah, in my head I kind of feel
a little stoned?
blown,
Yeah.
like a balloon or something.
Good. One more time. Okay, one more time. So inhale, then hold it. Yeah, there you go. Groovy. Now I noticed when you were inhaling, your hands are no longer in your pockets, which is perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
kind of loosens me up a little bit.
Right? It does. And I would do that when I was sitting down waiting for my name to be called before I'd have to give a speech. And that's the only thing that worked for me, was this. I get butterflies, I would get my throat would feel weird.
Mm-hmm.
And so sitting in my chair waiting for my name to be called was always the most terrifying thing for me.
Yeah.
Waiting for my name.
Yeah.
Worst.
Yeah.
And the breathing technique allowed me to really bring in extra air on purpose
Mm-hmm.
and to address the butterflies in my stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Because the butterflies were there anyway, but I had to really address them with something. It was the breathing.
Mm-hmm.
And the inhaling and the holding and the exhaling allowed me to focus on the breathing. And even when I still got up, I still had the butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
But I could, so here's the secret.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get rid of your butterflies.
Yeah.
When you're sitting there waiting for your name to be called, I discovered that I didn't really get rid of my butterflies before I got up. But my breathing allowed me to get up more confidently with my butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my butterflies do the speeches together, like a team.
Mm-hmm.
So the breathing allows you to get up. Okay, butterflies are going with me apparently. Let's do this together. You standing back here, let me have you stand in front, jump in front. Now there's no barrier. This is the next step in your Toastmasters journey, is to do a table topics answer in front of the lecture.
Yeah, I can see that being a tricky one. Walking around, that kind of thing.
So let's start back here and try again.
Alright.
Help me welcome Emma. I'm not going to give you a question to answer like table topics. They're excellent. But where do you feel it now? In your soul?
Same spot, still kind of like tight, like you just like forget how to breathe, you know, and then.
Perfect. So let's breathe again. No, I'm serious. Let's breathe again.
Alright.
It's the one thing and the only thing you can really do to address your butterflies is the breathing. You're fomenting badassery. This breathing technique is something that will come in super duper handy when you're doing a table topics here, or it's the day of you're giving a presentation. Do you know what day you're going to be presenting in February?
No, I can't remember the exact date, but it's like on a Monday.
The day of doom?
Yeah.
So the breathing technique will be the one and only technique you can do, whether you're sitting here or walking on the way up. So let's practice this. Hands out of your pockets. Perfect. Let's step in front. What feels different up here?
A little less awkward than last time.
Excellent. That has huge meaning. Every time you do it a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time, it becomes a little more comfortable.
So true, yeah.
But going from behind to in front is the big first step.
Sure.
Let's go behind again. I'm going to have you stand there by yourself.
Okay.
Breathe. Then step out in front, please. And tell me where you feel it in your body.
It's like more like lower down now. It's less up here.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So this is your third time up front.
Yeah.
And it feels a little less uncomfortable-ish.
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
Just do this 10,000 more times.
Well, 9,997. So let's go right to the next thing. Nobody has any idea what's coming next. I'm going to teach you how to levitate.
Okay.
No.
Light as a feather sitting board.
The next big crazy thing is, I'm really glad you caught yourself where your hands are going.
Yeah.
I don't really care if you put your hands in your pockets. What I care about is what your audience thinks of you when you catch yourself halfway through and then you pull your hands back out. And your audience will say, ah, she's getting better. Hands in the pockets is a very normal way to be, but the audience thinks you look nervous.
Yeah.
So hands out is uncomfortable for us, the speaker,
Yeah.
but comfortable for the audience. Our job is to be uncomfortable
Sure.
so that they can hear what you have to say. That's our one job, is to feel crazy in the stomach, uncomfortable with the hands straight down, but you can still speak with your hands and then have some, but this is the telltale sign that the audience thinks, uh-oh, she doesn't know what she's going to say next, or she doesn't look like she knows what she's going to say. Doesn't matter. Hands out. Nice. Number 2, looking in your audience's eyeballs. Let's look at that.
This one. This one.
Lena. Jenny. So here's the test. Let's go around the room and just stare at people's eyeballs for a few seconds each.
Okay.
You need to laugh more because it's not uncomfortable enough. So at least 4 or 5 seconds per human being, per set of eyeballs. Does it feel more uncomfortable or more uncomfortable?
More comfortable now.
This concept of staring at an audience's eyes feels uncomfortable for us, the speaker, but it looks normal for the audience. They expect you to at least look up. So Lena will expect you at one point to look at her while you're speaking. Jenny, that everybody will expect you to look. For you, you will feel very uncomfortable because you're the one doing all the looking.
Yeah.
You're like, no, wait a minute. I'm doing all the looking. It feels really uncomfortable for me, the lookerer, but it feels normal for the audience.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Oh,
What's that?
I don't know. I gotta do something with them. If I can't put it in my pocket.
Now, I love that you brought this up. I have to do something with them. No, you don't.
That's why I talk with my hands, I think.
Right. Now, there's nothing wrong with the talking with the hands, but when there's a neutral position, it should be here. It should be the most uncomfortable for you. Because our job as presenters is to look comfortable. And that means starting here. I know it sucks. Because I love that you did this and didn't know it.
So I can't even do that one.
Nope. But when you do,
I mean, it's not like I'm going like the, you know.
true, there's no middle fingering going on,
But,
maybe
yeah.
behind you. But
Yeah.
but when you do this,
Just want to be open.
right, when you do this, the audience sees that as a different gesture.
Okay. Right.
They don't hate it, they don't love it, but it looks like a bit of cut-offness. The word that I just made up.
All right.
And when you discover that you've created this position, when you realize it, you can just open your hands.
Okay.
So let's put our hands in that position. Excellent. Feels very comfortable, doesn't it?
Something about that, like
Right, so let's do this.
holding your core,
Right.
protecting your core.
I think really it's just like, don't look at me. Is it a don't look at me?
Yeah.
Right. So arms down. Now how, the arms back up. How does Emma look? Ooh, defensive, really?
Like a teacher?
Like a teacher.
Here, let's do it. I don't know, it's kind of suave.
Suave, debonair. You look very French. Now arms down. What does this look like?
More comfortable. Probably not to you.
Does this feel more comfortable than this?
No, because I know if I do, well, I mean, yeah, I guess it is,
Sure.
but it doesn't, I know it's not coming off as friendly at all.
Now, how do you know it's not coming off as friendly?
Because I've seen other people do it, and I
Huge.
recognize that, yeah.
That is huge. When we've been sitting in the audience and we see a presenter or a coworker or a boss or upper management standing like this in front of us, what do you think, that you're in trouble or the boss is going to be angry or?
Yeah, someone's in trouble.
Wow, now that's huge. As presenters, we come to Toastmasters to learn that this has a history. And for you, this has a history of somebody's in trouble.
Mhm.
Is it always at work?
You know, you probably think of like your mom or something, like, yeah, 3 seconds or something.
I love that you gave an actual example of your mom in 3 seconds. That's been fomenting for a lifetime. But this concept carries over into our work lives. So when you're at work and you're in the audience, and if upper management or a boss or a supervisor or a coworker does this, your history says, oh crap, somebody is in trouble and the news is not going to be good. For you, that's what this actually means.
Yeah.
And whatever is going to come out of your mouth, if you do this, has the problem and possibility that the audience is going to not hear you.
Yeah.
Because when Emma's sitting there and Emma sees this, Emma thinks, uh-oh, we have 3 seconds. I don't even know what this person's going to say. But that's a real world experience. We all know somebody, maybe ourselves, who have grown up. You know, when my dad yelled at me or gave me punishment, it always started with him having a body language. On my birthday, my dad had a different body language than when he was about to punish me. Facts. So this to your audience looks like something to somebody, especially you. This now alleviates that problem.
I feel like I'm like sounding like that though.
That's okay. That's okay. As opposed to this,
Yeah.
because we want to do the math. What does the audience think of you, Emma, when you get up to present
Right.
in February? Do you want them to think, uh-oh? Or do you want them to think, I'm listening?
Listening.
That's the difference. This is, uh-oh,
Yeah.
I'm about to hear something that I maybe don't want to hear. This is, she has something to say, and it's neutral.
And that's another thing I notice too when I get nervous. My shoulders kind of go up,
Sure.
and I just. My go-to.
This is your go-to comedy standard?
So like,
Yeah.
hands out, down, breathe.
Give it up for Emma. How do you feel now that you're sitting down?
That's such a relief, I think.
Sure.
That was the hard part, and then the first part, I think not there.
Another round of applause. Brandon, right?
Yes.
Why did you decide to come to Toastmasters in the first place?
To increase my public speaking skills, to also be a better communicator, and also to just learn better ways to communicate, and also just kind of be more consistent communicator, and also like use filler words, and just be overall be more presentable in terms of communication.
Do you own your own business, or?
No, I work for the state.
And is there any time during your work day, how much time do I have left, by the way?
Oh, about 17 minutes. We're 17 minutes in.
Perfect. How much time during your day are you required to get up and present in front of your coworkers or management or boss?
Very rarely does it happen.
And when it does happen?
It's usually very brief. It's usually not much of a presentation. It's usually just kind of more chiming on an idea. That's pretty much all it is. Nothing major, no presentations.
Join me. Thank you. Let's stand back here. Let's foment. Now you notice what Brandon did. He had his hands in his pockets and he immediately pulled them out as soon as he got here. Did you think that through?
I didn't realize I did it.
You didn't realize you pulled them out?
Didn't realize it. Usually I don't usually keep my pockets usually.
Right. Let's step in front.
Oh.
The fact that you walked up here and I noticed that you put your hands in your pockets as you were walking up and then pulled them out when you got behind. Did you know you were putting your hands in your pockets?
Oh, when it came up, probably, maybe not probably a little bit. Usually I put it briefly at times.
Sure. Tell me about Emma's experience that you're experiencing now with hands outside of your pockets.
It just feels it's kind of it's a consistent pattern, maybe it's a common thing for going up in front of an audience.
It is common. It's super common for anybody going up in front of an audience to do this as whatever mechanism. And as presenters, our job is to be the most uncomfortable person in the room, which means this. No matter how uncomfortable you feel, this looks neutral. Let's do this. 3-second pose. Does this feel more comfortable, less comfortable?
Maybe a little less.
A little less comfortable?
Right, well, it depends on the situation.
Sure.
I mean, it could be feel comfortable to yourself, maybe not to be, you might give out the wrong image to others too, so it might make them feel uncomfortable.
Right. Arms back down. And when you're presenting at work, the rare times that it happens, what was the situation at work where you realized, I need to work on this?
Usually in terms of how you present information, usually, or maybe you realize you don't present as much, so you kind of realize maybe you want to deliver more clear messages.
And have you,
Less nervous in front of the others, or?
ooh, less nervous in front of others. So let's stay on that. When you've presented in front of others, do you remember an exact situation where you felt uncomfortable or nervous?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, it's usually, a lot of my job involves doing reviews of school districts and like inspections and the reviews of board policies, and usually it's when they don't react very well to when you're telling them things. There's a lot of hostility from the other side, and there's a lot of shouting, anger, and it's usually in a group too. They're coming at you, so you kind of got to deal with that. And no matter what you tell them what's in what you have to do, and even though you're on the right side, they don't take it very well. It's just a very long experience, and they find ways to drag it out. And so the way to try to get you cave in when you don't, you still get mad and angry. So there's a lot of angry people you deal with.
So there's a lot of this going on.
That, or sometimes even worse, they will just get right in your face and they'll.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I review school districts.
Oh, you review school districts, so you come in and give the bad news.
And sometimes if they're not in compliance, we got to deliver that news.
So you're coming in like this.
Well, we try not to try to give more difficult. We try to be more diplomatic, and take a very diplomatic approach to it.
And you've discovered that during the diplomacy process, the other side, you would like to be more persuasive.
Yeah, usually, yeah. I mean, but even if it doesn't work, we know they still have to do what they have to do. But it just really depends how they're reacting to it. That's the challenging part. Fair
enough. Watch what he's doing with his hands. It's minor talking with the hands and then back down to a neutral position. That's perfect. It's not here, and it's not here, and it's not here, but it's here, and then talk, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, back down, talk, bullet point, maybe kind of describe the crazy situation, then arms back down. This math is perfect. Sometimes I forget it, sometimes I don't, but the math of arms in neutral and then up to speak, and that back down to neutral, and you'll discover it as well, Emma, that as you keep coming to Toastmasters, you'll start to put your arms in and you'll pull them back out, and over time you'll get faster at it. You'll just get faster. And then you'll feel your shoulders coming up and you'll put them back down. It'll just happen over time. And when you're in the predicament of having to share the bad news that they have to do anyway, and they start yelling, do you shut down somewhere?
No, he's got to be consistent, be deliberate what they need to know, because it's information they need to have.
Sure.
So they definitely need to know that despite the reaction that they're giving off.
And what do you hope Toastmasters will do for you?
To help be more clear, give not information, but also handle, usually that behavior you can't change, so just know how to weather those storms when they occur.
For you to weather the storms?
Yeah, be more, weather for it is maybe more, just be more used to what's coming on there, because you never know what your reaction is going to be. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, so also just understanding how unpredictable others can be.
Fair enough. What would you like to do right now in Toastmasters that you think would help?
Well, I'm currently working on pathways. Want to build from that and see what's working techniques.
Sure. And right now, as you're standing in front of human beings, do you feel any nervousness anywhere?
A little bit.
And where?
Well, I think maybe just up and down, maybe just up above the upper bodies, maybe overall everywhere.
Here. Let's do some breathing.
Okay.
And eye contact. Let's look around the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, stop. How do you feel looking at people longer than you probably should?
That's a little nerve wracking.
Sure.
Eye contact is a challenge I have. It's one of my other challenges as well.
Excellent.
Eye challenge is one of my other, so it's one of my greater challenges, I'll say.
Perfect.
One of the top ones. So.
Emma's getting it next. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, switch. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent job. Excellent job.
Oh, thank you.
No, you're not done.
Oh.
Now that we know eye contact is a larger issue for you, how do you feel going around the room and staring at everybody for longer than is normal?
Well, it's nerve-wracking, but also beneficial at the same time. It's there for a reason.
How does it look from your point of view?
Bernard?
Yes.
It's good, you look really calm, so.
Yeah.
You
Very
look
calm.
really calm.
Yeah.
Thank you. Looking calm while feeling awkward
Mhm.
is the goal. I'm serious. Looking calm while feeling awkward is the goal. And the way we train here is looking at somebody for 5 seconds, which is more than normal.
Mhm.
Which is, in here in Toastmasters, that 5 seconds doesn't really happen in the real world, but it trains you to be comfortable with the awkwardness of it. So that when you go back into your daily, your job, and you're looking at somebody for maybe 2 or 3 seconds, not such a big deal. So here we want to practice feeling uncomfortable. So you looking at everybody for 5 seconds per is super uncomfortable. You go back out in the real world, you're looking at somebody for a second, maybe 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds as you're delivering speech or a bullet point. When you're speaking to somebody and they're getting irate, do you notice yourself looking down at the ground or crossing your arms, or how do you respond to their, thank you, how do you respond to their irateness?
Honestly, you let them speak, then we give a response in return, just kind of in a very calm way.
And the looking at them in the eyeballs, do you notice that that's an issue for you at that time, or do you not notice?
I don't really notice it, you should just focus on giving them information, you know, try not to focus on that.
Fair enough. And why do you think looking at people in the eyes is an issue for you then?
It could be, it's just like always felt like, kind of like maybe making an awkward situation out of it, or you don't want to give up the wrong message, or.
So when we overlook at people here, it's very awkward for you, but it's training for you to look comfortable while feeling awkward. Does anybody think he doesn't look comfortable? All right. Thank you very much.
So, thank you.
Thank you very much. My time is up.
Thank you.
Reid. I've got to work on that hands thing. That's one of the things I need to work on too. The neutral hand position.